Hello, lovelies, and welcome to this week's episode of Get Your Sparkle On. I'm joined by the amazing Charlotte. Charlotte has been a previous guest on our podcast, and I wanted to invite her back because she started a new journey. So, Charlotte, last time we spoke, it was all things fitness. What's changed since then, and what pulled you towards a life coaching and that's change?
Yeah, so when I spoke to you last time, we came and chatted about health and fitness and postmenopausal ladies and how it affects it. That's still a huge part of what I do. I've just moved into doing life coaching alongside that as well. And
You've joined the building.
yeah,
I think that's so for everyone thinking, how on earth is she doing that in a busy gym?
yeah. So I've opened the Charlotte Lane coaching clinic in the same building as you, so I'm your neighbour.
We buy milk off each other.
We do. We do. So yeah, last time I came to see you, I realised how beautiful the building was. And it's just a really calm, serene, peaceful space, which I love my gym floor. It's wonderful, the chaos, the crazy, the chatter, it's fantastic. But to offer a quieter space is something I'm really excited about.
Yeah, I love the building. My clients are exactly the same. That's why lots of my friends have ended up moving into the building. So was there a moment that you just thought, right, this is what I'm meant to be doing, as well as the opposite fitness side?
Well, I'm a big believer in, I've mentioned before, the health and fitness for my mental health, and I've realised things that help me keep on top of that and improve that. And one of those things is my own personal development. So this was me doing that, focusing on something positive and moving forward myself. And it was a really natural progression because a lot of my clients and people that I see on the gym floor and the gym members, I end up getting invested is the wrong word, but I guess it's the right.
It's a lovely word. It's a lovely word, invested.
It's not just purely the health and the physical aspects that you concentrate on and talk about. A lot of other things get discussed, and it just encompasses like the full circle of someone's well-being. I would say it just naturally made sense. I found myself not giving advice, but lending an ear to a lot of situations that weren't just health and fitness. And I think to be able to have qualified and offer tools and techniques in that I know are proven to work makes me feel better, because I know I'm doing it in a way that is proven to be beneficial, as opposed to me just giving sound advice that I can't take myself.
Yeah, I'm often doing that. I'm often giving people advice, and then they go, "Oh, do you do that?" I'm like, no.
Yeah. So this was me practicing what I preach and focusing something positive.
Yep.
But it was also me wanting to offer my current clients and potential clients another string to the bow. And I fully understand that not everyone can maybe afford to see me, or they haven't got the time to see me once a week. You don't have to see me once a week. The life coaching was a way of offering people something as an alternative. So you maybe see me once a month, once every 6 weeks. And we can talk about things that aren't just health and fitness related. We can talk about stress, anxiety, dealing with change, things like that. Because a lot of my PT sessions, people come and see me to help deal with those things from a physical perspective. Yeah. So to offer it from this direction.
Yes,
it's great.
That makes perfect sense, because I was literally just going to ask you, do you think your fitness background helped you realise women needed support in other areas too, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally? Like you just said, when you're talking on the gym floor, it's a joke, whether you're a hairdresser, whether you're a beautician, whether you're a gym instructor, we do offload all of our problems as a woman. I can only speak from a woman's point of view, but we do offload to your hairdresser, your beautician, your gym instructor.
Yeah.
So do you feel like your fitness background helped you just completely realise you needed to go into life coaching?
100%. And I think what I noticed in the fitness environment is I've realised I'm very lucky personally, because I have a lot of really great friends and strong women around me for support. I always have. And it dawned on me that not everyone has that.
No, they don't.
So even if you are a client of mine, I've worked really hard, and a lot of us have in that gym, the other team members have, to create a community feel. And I just find it lovely that people will support themselves. I mean, I taught a class a couple of weeks ago, and there was something going on, and you know, all the ladies individually, because they've been going there for years, and you know, they've been dealing with that, and they, like, you know, you've been there while her daughter's got married, you've been there while she's lost her dad. Like, they have been constant in my life for the last 15 years. Like, those women have been in my life longer than all my relationships have. So to have that sense of community, I think, was really special. And it made me realize, dealing with people on a one-on-one basis, that they don't always have those strong females there to support and to talk to. For example, ladies come to see me when they just had their babies. So their life is revolving around that child. And sometimes that only time they have to themselves is when they come and see me. And they don't really have anyone else to lean on for support, because they're focusing on being mum, but their other half's at work all the time. And so sometimes I am the only other person that they can speak to and offload a little bit onto. And I think that made me realize that not everyone has such a strong support system.
Yeah, I realised that as well. Sorry to interrupt, but that's why I launched the podcast, Get Your Sparkle On, and have lots of different people from all walks of life, whether it's positivity coaches, people getting you to understand about Reiki, self-belief, understanding the stresses straight after you've had a baby, understanding your hormonal changes, but perimenopause, understanding how, like you, how the gym helps. Change people's mindset, because not all women and men, we don't have, not everybody has a good, amazing support group, and having a safe place to feel heard is so important, isn't it? Especially for mental health in this day and age when we're trying to spin so many plates.
And I think I've done it. So we have a quiet room in the gym. I've had clients come in, literally walk through the door in tears. I'm like, right, downstairs, come on, let's go. And for emergency purposes, I enjoy having that quiet space downstairs, but to then have the coaching clinic alongside that, you have then got that quieter space where if it is more of your mental well-being you wanted to focus on as opposed to the physical aspects, you can vent, you can get it out, and you can have that time.
Am I okay to ask, what sort of things are women coming to you with at the moment? Are there any sort of common themes that you see?
A lot of it is stress and anxiety related. And that can be stress and anxiety about a collection of different things. So work, it can be anxiety because of work, traveling, there's all sorts. And then it's change, like change management. People typically historically don't like change, or don't know how to deal with it. And that can be body changes. So very postmenopausal body changes, you don't know what to do. It can be life changes. So for example, someone might have been retired and they don't know what to do with their time. Their kids might have moved out and go to uni. They don't know what to do. Like, there's a lot of big life changes that people go through, and it's kind of dealing with that and what that entails.
It's amazing that we actually feel like in this day and age that we can chat to people. So knowing that you can talk to people, and there's amazing people like you who offer life coaching, what would you say to someone who feels a bit stuck, a little bit like they've lost the sparkle and they don't know where to start?
I would say one of the techniques that I have used personally, it can feel quite overwhelming, right? You don't know what's wrong, you can't pinpoint what's wrong. What do I do? What do I change? One of the techniques and tools that I've done is where you kind of split your life up into different aspects. So that can be home life, that can be work life, that can be physical, so exercise, that can be your job, it can be your personal development. Take all those little areas and I would grade them on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I like that.
Once you've got like finances, because that can be stressful for a lot of people, include all of that, grade it on a scale of 1 to 10. And then you want to take those top 1, top 2, top 3 areas for development and do one thing positive to help improve them.
That actually overcomes a lot of people's overwhelm, because modern day does actually, I will happily say to everybody, I get overwhelmed, especially with my perimenopausal traits at the moment. Overwhelm is my big thing. Chunking small sections of your life and putting them into sections actually makes a lot of sense.
It calms you quite quickly. It gives you something to focus on. It gives you something positive to focus on. And it gives you small, manageable things that you can change, as opposed to feeling this is too much, I can't change this is out of my control. It highlights that all those things are in your control. You just have to just calm yourself and approach it logically, really.
I really, really like that. So obviously, I know every time I see you, you've got a big smile on your face, and there's going to be moments where you possibly could have had a bit of self-doubt, especially making the shift from being known as a gym owner and a specialist in fitness, going through obviously to life coaching. How did you make that shift, and have you had any stuck moments?
Oh, definitely. It's scary. Again, change. Change is scary. And I've been in that gym environment for a long time now. That's my comfort zone, which might sound crazy to some people. The gym is my comfort zone. But I had to practice what I preach because I have people walk into that gym day in, day out, and that is a scary thing for people to do. That is outside your comfort zone. And it's all well and good me saying, you'll be fine, it'll be okay. Like, you have to take that leap. So I just had to push myself out of my comfort zone. Imposter syndrome is real. Like, you think, can I do that? Like, am I able to do that? But you don't grow if you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone. That's where the growth comes. And you just have to put one foot in front of the other. And just realize that you're scared because you've not done it before. That's all. You were scared when you did you were scared when you started driving, right? And now you get from A to B and don't even remember how you got there. So,
So can I ask then, so what average sort of time do people need to give to, is it like a 30-minute session that you're offering? Are they online or in person or both?
so sessions can be online or in the clinic. I appreciate not everyone can get to me, and I want to make sure like people can get to me more so. So virtual is absolutely fine. I will just be in my office because again, there's no interruptions and it's quiet and it's peaceful. So we can do it virtually. Sessions would normally be an hour. And we'd have a little discovery session first, just to make sure you feel comfortable with me and to make sure I can obviously help you out. And then it's more on an ad hoc basis. So part of life coaching is offering the guidance and the accountability. So to follow up on the accountability aspect, we would book in a further session, but that can be dependent on your situation. It can be 3 weeks, can be 6 weeks. It's just as and when you need it, but we will have follow-up sessions to make sure obviously things that we've discussed are working and helping, and just to follow up.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've learned with obviously, especially doing the podcast and having people support like yourself and other mentors that I've now got in my life. Accountability is one of the biggest things. I am an absolute nightmare if I'm not accountable to somebody. Some people will go, oh, that's like it's someone telling me what to do. It's not. It's actually holding your own self-worth and holding yourself accountable, not setting unrealistic, stupid, crazy, massive goals like you've got to accomplish this in a few weeks' time. That's just not actually achievable. I looked at a goal that I was wanting to achieve for next year, and I've already hit it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't accountable.
Yeah.
To push myself to where I needed to get. So it's really nice, but it's also scary.
Yes.
And thought of having someone being accountable. I know you, Charlotte. You're not pushy, you're not in your face or anything, and I know everything is private and confidential. That's discussed in your clinic, and it's done in such a fun sort of way and an encouraging way. I'm so excited for this part of your journey, and I love having you in the building. I love seeing your little bouncy face. My next thing and my accountability for all of you listening will be at some point to actually visit Charlotte's gym. I have a massive fear of gyms. We've had conversations on podcasts and off podcasts about it. And I'm almost there. I'm getting myself ready and confident. And that's obviously about my imposter syndrome. So you know me, I like to end my podcast with a little bit of a giggle. I know you've told us a funny story before, so sorry to put you on the spot for another funny story, but tell me something that'll just make us all smile and give us a little sparkle.
It was really hard to think of a funny story without giving you one that made me sound like I was incompetent at my job. And all my clients will be listening and be like, yeah.
I know you already.
Yeah.
When I had to share my story of my tsunami on my honeymoon, clients were like, wow, I can't believe you shared that. I'm like, well, I told half of you anyway.
So I was thinking of something funny where I don't name any clients or tell myself off for like sometimes I give them tough love. When they're there at that stage, I'll get a bit of tough love. And you might hear me on the gym floor thinking, wow, she's awful. I'm like, no, I love them. I love them dearly. Some of them need tough love. But no, I was gonna say, so we have a sunbed at the gym, and sometimes I have a little sneaky sunbed, and then I'll get myself off home. And I got on the sunbed and finished on the sunbed and went to go. And like, ladies, Like, there's nothing right. The only thing worse than taking off a sweaty sports bra is trying to put one back on.
Oh, yes.
So just don't, like, there's no need. Just don't do it. So I thought, right, it's 8 o'clock at night. It's fine. There'll be no one in the gym. I will literally just put my jumper on, and then I've got my sweaty, gross sports bra in my hand, my sweaty, gross top in my hand.
I can envisage it.
I'm like, right, just sneak upstairs, grab your car keys from behind reception, and get yourself home for a shower. So I've got all my stuff in my hand. I walk behind reception, grab my car keys, and I just hear some bloke go, "Charlotte." I was, oh God. Like, everything just like curled over, and so I was like, right, okay, yes, can I help? And there was a really nice man there, and he said, "Oh, I wanted to join the gym." I was like, okay, okay. And I feel really inappropriate, and I was like hugging my chest, like really. He's like, "Yeah, can I pay for my wife as well?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course you can." So he's literally there, and he just got like, and he wanted to pay cash, which is, fantastic. Gets out this cash. He basically passes out £600 over reception. I'm thinking, I just took a lot of cash off a bloke in my gym, and not got anything to wear on, and I feel really strange about it. And then he must have been thinking, "Is she okay?" And I thought, oh my God, just get me out, get me out, get me out. So yeah, if you, and then this morning I had a doctor's appointment, gone for a smear test, and I ended up walking out with a PT client. And I'm thinking, is it directly like, is it proportionate to the amount of clothes that I take out? How much business I get? But I found that if you come to life coaching or PT sessions, I will be fully clothed at all times. Please don't get me wrong. But yeah, that's my little funny story.
Do you know what? You've got to have funny stories like that. You really, really have. We are just real human beings. We try to multitask. We try not to be overwhelmed. So obviously you're wanting to go to sunbed to yourself, feel that little bit better, efficient.
Time.
100%. It's just you got caught out with being that efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. So to this day, I will always put on a bra when I get off the sunbed. Yeah. Whether it's sweaty or not, I'll always put on underwear when I get off the sunbed. Lesson learned.
Thank you so much. I wish you the world of success, and I cannot wait to hear all about, obviously, all your amazing stories. Then thanks ever so much for joining me today, Charlotte, and I'll catch up with you soon.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.